Hermann von Helmholtz was a very smart man who lived a long time ago, in the 19th century. He was born in 1821 in a city called Potsdam, which is in Germany. Hermann grew up to become a scientist, and he worked in many different areas like physics, biology, and medicine. His work helped people understand the world better, and he made important discoveries that are still important today. As a child, Hermann was very curious about how things work. He liked to ask questions and find answers. His parents saw that he was smart, so they helped him go to school and study hard. Hermann was good at learning, and soon he went to a university called the University of Berlin. There, he studied medicine. He also became interested in science, especially in how the body and the brain work. When he finished his studies, Hermann started working as a doctor, but he did not stop thinking about science. He started to study the nervous system and how our senses, like sight and hearing, work. He wanted to understand how we hear sounds and how we see things. This curiosity led him to do many experiments. One of his most important ideas was about how we hear sounds. Before Hermann, people did not really understand how sound traveled to our ears. They knew that sound comes from objects, like a ringing bell or a person talking, but they did not know how sound moved through the air to reach us. Hermann did experiments and discovered that sound waves travel through the air as vibrations. This was a big discovery that helped many scientists understand how sound works. Hermann von Helmholtz also worked on studying vision. He was very interested in how our eyes see things. He found out that the human eye works like a camera. Light comes into the eye, and the eye changes this light so that the brain can understand it. He also showed that the eye can see different colors like red, blue, and green. This discovery was important for science because it helped explain how people see the world around them. Helmholtz did not just work on hearing and seeing. He also studied how the body moves. He wanted to understand how muscles work when we move. He was interested in how we control our movements when we walk, run, or pick something up. His work helped other scientists learn more about how our muscles and nerves work together to control our actions. Another important thing that Hermann von Helmholtz studied was energy. He was one of the first scientists to understand the idea of energy conservation. This means that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change from one form to another. For example, when you eat food, your body turns it into energy that you can use to move and think. Helmholtz helped explain this idea in a way that other scientists could understand and build upon. In his life, Hermann wrote many books and papers about his discoveries. These books and papers explained his ideas in simple ways so that other scientists could understand and use them in their own research. He shared his knowledge with the world, and many people were inspired by his work. One of his most famous books is called On the Sensations of Tone. In this book, he wrote about how we hear sounds and how we understand music. This book was important because it helped explain how our ears and our brains work together to help us hear and enjoy music. It also helped musicians and music teachers understand how people hear different notes and sounds. Hermann von Helmholtz was not just a scientist who worked in a lab. He was also a teacher. He taught at several universities in Germany, and many students learned from him. His students were inspired by his passion for science, and many of them went on to become important scientists themselves. Hermann enjoyed teaching because he liked sharing his knowledge and helping others learn. Throughout his life, Hermann von Helmholtz received many awards for his work. People respected him for his hard work and his smart ideas. He was a very important figure in the world of science. He made many discoveries that helped people understand how the body and the world around us work. His work in physics, biology, and medicine was so important that even today, scientists still use his ideas in their own research. In addition to his work in science, Hermann von Helmholtz loved to think about big questions. He wondered about the nature of the universe, the meaning of life, and how everything is connected. These big questions inspired his work and helped him make many important discoveries. Even though he focused on science, he also thought about art and philosophy. He believed that science and art were connected, and that studying both could help people understand the world better. Hermann's discoveries have had a lasting effect on many fields. For example, his work in sound and music has helped musicians, audio engineers, and scientists in the field of acoustics. His ideas about energy have influenced how we think about electricity, machines, and even the way the Earth works. His research on vision and the eye has helped doctors and scientists improve medical treatments for people with vision problems. Even though Hermann von Helmholtz died in 1894, his legacy still lives on. Many scientists today continue to study his work and build upon his ideas. Today, when we think about how we hear sounds, see things, or use energy, we can remember how important Hermann von Helmholtz's discoveries were. He was a man who asked big questions, worked hard to find answers, and helped make the world a better place through his knowledge and discoveries. Hermann von Helmholtz's work shows us the power of curiosity and hard work. His story reminds us that asking questions and searching for answers can lead to important discoveries that help everyone. He was a person who wanted to understand how things work, and through his passion for learning, he changed the way we see and understand the world.